Welcome. Today we're going to take a look at using sales orders to ship finished goods items to our customer. This may be used in a case where we are producing something and putting it into inventory for our customers to hold and ship as they order or as they need. It could also be used in the cases where we have a particularly long run of a production item that our customer does not need all at once, and so we will be producing certain quantities, shipping those based on a call off. To view sales orders from our role center, we hit Sales and Sales Orders. This will bring up a list of any sales order that has been created in the system. To create a new sales order for a customer, we simply hit New, and a new sales order is created. We can enter our customer number, which will be automatically generated, and then our customer name, as well as the requested delivery date. If our customers provided us a purchase order number for this, we can enter that into the external document number. We can also specify the order type. In this case, this is not a print production order type. This could be an order type such as a direct sale, a EDI order, web storefront, or something like that for reporting purposes. The status code, we can select a status code if we'd like, as well as the responsible person and the deadline. In our next field, we can specify the item. You'll also notice that the customer, in this case, has an overdue balance. That's most likely because I haven't applied any payments in my demo system. From here, we can create a line, and we can have as many items on our sales order as we would like. This will pull up all of the items in our system. We do have the ability to select from a full list. We can also create a new item from here. In our case, we're going to type in S123 to filter out, and there are our finished goods items. If we select our finished good item and hit Tab, it automatically populates with our description. We can select the location that we have it in as well as the quantity that our customer would like to order. If this requires a production order, we can select production order, which will create a production order based on our settings for the item. If it's a quantity to assemble, such as a kitted item, we can select that at this point as well. Our unit price will either be pulled from the price that is set up in our item, in our system, or we can enter it here. And that is the per unit price. So if it is a quantity of 500, and the per unit price is 25 cents. In this field, I would enter in 0.25, and the system does the math to multiply the 500 by my unit price to get a subtotal of 125. My tax area code and area code group, as well as any discount that I'd like to apply to the line. All of that information is populated here. I can as well put in a discount at this point if I'd like to do that. Invoicing details will be pulled from the customer's invoicing information and the shipping information for this order. If it's defaulting to the sell to address, that information will populate on my sales order. If I'd like it to do an alternate shipping address or a custom address, I can select those, and I have the ability to enter in my shipping address. I also have the ability, if they did a prepayment, that I can apply a prepayment. Under Show More for Shipping and Billing, I have the ability to select my shipping method if I have shipping methods set up in my system. This would be such as FedEx, UPS, USPS, or any other shipping methods I have set up in my system at this time, as well as the agent and the agent service. If I had my UPS shipping codes there, I could select those. When my shipping department or my fulfillment department ships, they have the ability to enter a tracking number into my system. Once this is ready and my sales order is ready to ship, I can simply hit Release and Release. Now the sales order is released for picking. I have the ability to create an inventory pick, so that prints out the information needed for my fulfillment department to pick an item and ship it to a customer. I can also post my item. There are two types of posting for this. The first is I can just ship, which strictly posts the shipment lines. This is handy if my accounting department will go in and add in a shipping cost or a line item for shipping or packing after I have shipped. Or I can do invoice if the item has already shipped and I just need to invoice. If my department is okay with everything and we have all the lines built on the sales order, I can select ship and invoice, and it will do the shipment and create the invoice at the same time. Prior to that, my fulfillment department will need to enter on the quantity to ship line the quantity that's shipping. This could be in the case that you are doing partial shipments. You have the ability to only do 200 at a time or a partial shipment. This does default to the full quantity. When I hit post, if I post my shipment, we'll now notice that there is nothing left to ship on this, and my quantity shipped is 500. You'll also notice that my quantity to invoice is still 500, meaning that nothing has been invoiced at this point. To further invoice, I go into posting and hit post, and I will post my invoice. This posts my invoice, and I can now open my posted invoice. This creates the same type of sales invoice that you're creating when you do a production order that you can then print and send to your customer. For further information about the sales order and usage, please contact your PrintVis partner.